There's something about the story that also resonates with Enniskillen. And now you can follow them either from the school, Pretoria, to Fort Hill Park, or vice versa. And I understand they give great pleasure. My name is Carlo Gebler. I have lived in Enniskillen, for quite a long time, and I'm involved in the Beckett Festival and the Oscar Wilde Festival. We wanted to do something that wasn't ephemeral. Mostly we've been doing events, talks, performances, that sort of thing, and we wanted to, in some way, do something which brought the writer Oscar Wilde in a permanent way into the town. Well, Wilde went to Pretoria. After he left, Wilde became a very famous writer, and he's best known for his plays. But Wilde also wrote fairy stories. He wrote a collection called The Happy Prince and Other Stories. And The Happy Prince is a story about a statue which stands on a plinth, and a swallow en route to Egypt alights for the night on the plinth and parks itself at the bottom of the statue's feet. The Happy Prince gets the swallow to take the jewel from the sword, and then the jewel that are the statue's eyes, take the gold leaf that cover the body and distribute them separately on a succession of nights to the poor and the needy. And it has been proposed that, in fact, the seed or the catalyst for the story was the statue in Fort Hill Park in Enniskillen. So we made a lot of swallows like these. Then they were affixed to various buildings. The idea was we would create a sequence of swallows that would be distributed at various places through the town, which would lead from Fort Hill Park to Pretoria. If you live in a place, you sort of upload a sense of it, or if you visit the place and you're a stranger who's never visited before, you acquire, you acclimatise, you get a sense of it, and you are able to find your way around, and then things happen that deepen and enrich and amplify your understanding. And they happen serendipitously. You drop your wallet in the street, and then somebody picks it up and runs after you, and you remember that corner where you dropped the wallet. But you also can do things in built environments which allow people to develop and amplify and deepen their relationship to the space because of things that you place in the space. So if you put a sequence of swallows that run from one area to another, and people then follow them, things happen to the people who are following that line of swallows. They meet people who say, "Oh, I see you're following the line of swallows." They have conversations. They have to stop and ask people because they can't find where the next swallow is, or something has caught their attention. All sorts of things are suddenly made possible. They're not guaranteed, but they're made possible by having this sequence. And that then, complicates and enriches your understanding of a place. Instead of being in a place, you are reading the place and engaged with the place. And you are forced to look at the place. And all of those things enrich your understanding. Anything that you do that makes a space a place where people have surprising and unexpected encounters has to contribute in a positive way to the quality of life in that town. So I said that it is mostly going to be visitors who are going to follow the swallows from Pretoria to Fort Hill and vice versa. Yeah, probably. But those people making that journey are going to encounter people who are habitués, who are living or working in the town. And they're going to have encounters. Encounters goes in both directions. It is of benefit not only to those who are from outside and come in, but also to those who live in Enniskillen or Fermanagh. You know, it's nice to meet people and to have something to talk about. And once you start talking, you know, who knows where it will end.